Welcome back to another tech tip by Appliance Video. Today we will take a look at why is your refrigerator leaking water? Be sure to visit ApplianceVideo.com, where you will find thousands of videos on the latest technology. For a limited time, you could save big on an annual membership and take advantage of all our premium benefits. ApplianceVideo.com. Do it right the first time. There are a few things that can cause water to leak from your refrigerator. If you have a working ice maker, that means you have a water line to supply that ice maker with water. Sometimes the water lines coming to the ice maker assembly can leak. There are a few different types of waterline materials that are used to supply water to your ice maker. These lines are all 1/4 inch lines and are usually made of plastic or PVC, copper tubing, braided stainless steel tubing. If you have plastic or PVC tubing, over a period of time, the plastic can get brittle due to dry conditions. Once these lines become brittle, they develop hairline cracks into the line, which will ultimately lead to water leaking on the floor around the refrigerator. While this most commonly happens with the plastic water lines, steel and copper lines can develop issues if they get kinked or rolled over by the refrigerator wheel when moving the unit. So if you see water leaking around the refrigerator, go down to your saddle valve or your water supply valve and shut that off immediately. Clean up the water around the refrigerator and see if it stops. If the water stops, you need to pull the refrigerator out and start looking for the water line. Another reason for a water leak is the water inlet valve. This valve is what monitors the amount of water that goes into your ice maker. Occasionally, these water inlet valves will develop a crack and needs to be replaced. So if you are developing a leak and you shut off the main valve and it stops after checking your water line, you will need to look at the water inlet valve to make sure that it is in good condition and hasn't developed a crack in the housing assembly. If you have shut off the water to your ice maker and you are still developing water around the refrigerator, the next thing to check is your condensate drain. Refrigerators develop a heavy frost buildup on the evaporator coil, and every 4 to 8 hours it needs to be defrosted. This is automatically done by your refrigerator. A heater turns on and defrosts your coil. Condensate water then drips down through a drain tube into a drain pan. Once your water goes into the drain pan, you have a small condenser fan motor, which blows warm air across the drain pan to evaporate the water. The drain pan never needs to be emptied because it evaporates the water before it overflows. If your condensate drain is clogged by dirt or even cardboard from your food packages, the water cannot go down the drain. It then ends up leaking into the freezer or refrigerator section and then begins dripping out onto the floor. To correct this issue, you will need to open up the condensate drain so the unit can defrost and drain normally again. Visible signs that you have a condensate drain issue is a sheet of ice on the floor of the freezer section, or water underneath the crispers in the refrigerator section. If either of those two conditions are present, you may have a clogged condensate drain. Each refrigerator model has a slightly different method to access the condensate drain assembly and remove the obstruction. You can use a turnkey baster or blow out the drain line with a CO2 tank. Visit ApplianceVideo.com to see videos on different makes and models on how to clear out your condensate drain. If this video helped you, like the video and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next one.